Yeah, yo, you know what would be insane? If Les brought Durka with him. And then it was Durka, Les, Sadhack, Aspas. Lev is not selling Sato for less than $1 million.
That we need a Brazilian super team for this region to do well again, to kind of invigorate the scene. Like, would you go for Sato instead of Aspas if you were making a Brazilian super team?
I think you would.
Sua gameplay tá mais perdida que cal em ranqueada sem mic. Então vou te passar a ferramenta ideal para você subir de elo. No Vavá Academy você tem acesso a aulas completas, dicas individuais para cada agente, inclusive os mais novos, e um coach radiante particular para te mostrar onde você tá errando. Além disso, rolam campeonatos semanais com premiação para você aplicar tudo que aprendeu. E o melhor, 2 assinaturas saem pelo preço de uma. É só você fazer a meinha com seu duo e falar com o suporte dizendo que veio pelo Smoke Mid. O link tá aqui na descrição. Fala galera, tudo bem com vocês? O ano de 2025 com certeza foi um dos piores anos da história do Valorant brasileiro. E com os campeonatos chegando às suas retas finais, o assunto mais debatido é o que fazer para melhorar os times para o ano que vem. E uma coisa que é praticamente consenso entre as personalidades do cenário é que o Brasil precisa montar algo que seja próximo de um super time. O país possui bons nomes individuais, mas estão separados cada um em um time. E esse assunto também virou pauta entre os gringos. O FNS comentou o seu time ideal só com brasileiros e o Plat Chat fez a mesma coisa. E legendamos esses 2 trechos aqui para vocês. Mas antes queria fazer um exercício com vocês, agora mesmo, antes de você ver os times que os gringos montaram. Já deixa aí nos comentários qual seria a sua seleção brasileira para 2026, levando em consideração um mundo hipotético onde não existe multa e todos os jogadores estão livres. Já deixa aí nos comentários. E antes de conferirmos as seleções dos gringos, eu peço que você confira se está inscrito aqui no canal. Mais de 50% das pessoas que assistem nossos vídeos não estão inscritas. Então já confere aí para ajudar a gente a bater 100k antes do Natal.
I mean, all right, let's look at the narratives, all right? Let's just be real about for a second. Sadhack doesn't feel like this team is doing anything. This KC team. I don't know if I'm tripping, but it doesn't feel like this team's gonna do shit. All right? Like, this is a good fucking team overall, like, individually. But there's too many other better teams in EMEA that are just better than them, right? And then less on Vitality, it's a similar situation. Like, for some reason, Vitality just doesn't seem like they're gonna do shit. So if nothing happens and they both bomb out, right? That is the most like likely team to come back together. If like Aspas is down to play with less than shit again, you know? Like, I think this is the only way. Like, I feel like it's by far the most likely thing to happen out of any other teams coming back together.
Towards the end, so it wasn't like a second half throw or something like this. They actually showed a lot of grit to be able to try and bring it close, but ultimately,
yeah,
it's
yo, you know what would be insane? If Les brought Durka with him, and then it was Durka, Les, Sadhack, Aspas, and then that way Durka is the aggressive duelist, Aspas can be the passive duelist. Are we cooking or no? And then you just need an initiator. Who's our initiator? We can put Sadhack on some initiator roles, but what if we need double initiator? Oh my god, Durka or Aspas would have to do it at some point. And then yeah, Pancata for last guy. Pancata for last guy. Verno for Senti or initiator. Verno for initiator, but we have Aspas and Durka. You'd have to get rid of one or the other. Oh, good point. Do they want to speak English? Probably not. Yeah, true. All right, Durka, you're gone. All right. So we bring back Pancata, Sadhack, Aspas, Les, and then Verno? Verno? But then they still speak English. Luke Show? Kawanzine?
Here with King and Meltzer to talk about it, both of the captains of the team. And guys,
oh my god. What if it was King? What if King is our Senti Lurker Viper player?
The roster is looking at both of you as leaders. And
old loud roster? Are you talking about Tuiz and Kawanzine? That roster? Tuiz, Kawanzine, Aspas, Les, Sadhack? Just use the 2023 roster, but replace Tuiz with Pancata. I think Sadhack, Aspas, and Les, and then the 2 other guys have to be rookies. Like newer players. They just have to be. I'm sorry, Pancata. I think you do Aspas, Les, Sadhack, and 2 rookies. Okay, Luke Show. Oh my god. Chat, if we did Luke Show and Spikes I'm telling you, Aspas can they can do the double duelist thing. Or Sato. Oh, fuck. No, but Lev is never going to let go of Sato.
Hey, bring out your first squad.
Sato, Aspas, Les, Sadak, Lucio. Sato's not going to be possible on the roster. Sato will cost too much from Lev. Lev is not selling Sato for less than $1 million. Guaranteed. He just signed his contract.
Because if they win,
He is the Oxy of Lev. He's not going anywhere.
Those guys, and they won't have to worry.
I wanted to move on though. I wanted to move on to this topic, which Wyatt was talking about on Americas, and Sassy vaguely touched on as well when he was having his interview. And it's that with all of the changes that are happening, 2G are out of the league. They're relegated. Maybe they'll stick together to some degree. Who knows? But they've certainly got players that other people will be wanting to pick up. Furia should definitely be looking to rebuild. MIBR, who knows what's going to exactly happen there, and same with Loud. But Wyatt's point is that we need a Brazilian super team for this region to do well again, to kind of invigorate the scene, etc., etc. Now, we haven't really had a super team. We had MIBR's Aspas, but I don't think you could call that a super team. It was more like Aspas and some hand-picked upcoming players that were going on. But I wanted to pick your brains and ask, like, if you were to make a Brazilian super team, let's say you had infinite money, for whatever reason, the whole of Brazil just agrees, MIBR is now the team that's going to represent us, and so all of the good players are going to go to MIBR. Money's not no kind of problem. And also, you have access to any Brazilian or Portuguese-speaking player in the scene. Who are you looking at? Who are you looking to try to draft?
Luke Shaw, definitely. I think.
Yeah,
that's,
I think
that's where
Luke
you got to
Shaw's a
start.
slam dunk, isn't he?
Yeah, that's a slam dunk.
I keep
Guys unreal.
Cortesia from MIBR.
Wow.
I've liked him. We have war conflicts,
what war-
unfortunately.
yeah,
with the second
exactly.
I would
Sentinel.
put him
we
on
doing there,
smokes.
then?
Put him on smokes.
Put Cortesia
Yeah.
on smokes?
That makes sense.
All right,
to
well,
me.
here's my problem with that. I'm going to throw out a counter option.
Go on.
What about Les?
On smokes?
Because Les looks like one of the only people that would be able to, like, IGL lead a team like this, and wouldn't you want him on smokes with Luke Shaw Senti?
Probably.
No? I mean, I'm down with Luke Shaw Cortesia, but then we're going to have to
No, it's
pick
like
an IGL
I
from
forgot.
somewhere.
I kind of forgot.
Can
I was
I,
thinking about the Americas Brazilian players. I forgot because Les is European now.
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Can we
Yeah.
bring back Sassy? Is that part of the thing? So he's IGLing. He's my initiator.
Okay. All right.
He's filling everything. IGLs. He's the leader. He's initiator. Scan.
The initiator one's weird because if you don't bring back Sassy, it's just like, is there anyone other than Cowanzine?
Yeah,
I can't
I
think
think
of
it has to
anyone.
be Saucy.
Yeah, you got to bring him back.
Sassy. Why not just bring in Sadak too while we're at it?
Yeah, I think if
He's
you
not
bring Saucy
Brazilian, but-
Sadak less, then
He's not
then
Brazilian.
I think you need a duelist player, and there's no one more tried and true than Osboss. You have to lock him in, right?
Well, no, hold on.
Okay.
So
And then
I don't want to be a hater.
You fucked
but
this up.
and then
Oh boy.
you're gonna round out that roster with Pancata, right? For smokes, and then you have 5.
Right, so you've trolled. You've done the little trolling. But I do think there is a question about, like, would you go for Sato instead of Aspas if you were making a Brazilian super team?
I think you would, and I
Right,
say
I
that
think I might.
in the nicest way possible. But I think Sato is kind of the truth at the moment. He's got incredible flexibility. His mechanical ability is, I would argue, maybe on par, maybe even above. But I don't know. It's
And no
it's
Brazilian
unfortunate.
team signed him. M80 had to sign him to tier 2 for him to even get on the radar, and then a merger with
Well, that's their loss.
to get
And then
picked
I'm
up.
questioning
Sorry.
their eyes.
Oh
to
no,
be
he
honest.
was on a Brazilian team prior to M80, wasn't he? He was on
Yeah,
Galoris
Galoris.
or something.
But
yeah, and then
I'm talking
yeah.
VCT.
Oh right, yeah. But
Like,
I think
none of
that's
the
because Sato
VCT
was he
Can
was 17,
I-
wasn't he?
Can I have
Yeah.
Aspas on the bench in case it's a double duelist meta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Allow that. We
Because
got
I
all the
think
might
money
that
for
would
also
be
pick up-
insane.
Because what I was thinking was maybe you pick up somebody like Spike or Silence as your flex.
Oh,
From
dude,
I like
Spike
silence.
too.
I like silence a
Spike
lot.
too, man.
But this is
Yeah.
cool, right? We're actually like this is the thing. They have so much talent here. We're actually having conversations
The big
about who
problem
we should
is
get.
like
Surely we can
good
make a super
initiator
team.
players and good IGLs are like the gap.
Yeah.
In
They
Brazil.
are, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
always
Because
an
we're
ideal
like, oh, there's
solution.
all these Senti or Duelist players that we would love to have, and then it's like, well, we could either bring Sasi back from the Coast Stream or Cowan or question mark, question mark, question mark.
Yeah, you gotta just give Sassy a bag. That's it.
Well,
Otherwise it doesn't
isn't it
work.
more likely you could give Sadak a bag? Because he's still actively playing.
Sure, but I'd rather have Sassy. I don't want to play Harbor. I don't want to play Harbor Phoenix.
True. True.
I mean, yeah, okay, valid. All right. I think it's worth thinking about because while it's unlikely that a literal super team would happen without an org just willing to throw like mad money around, it's at least interesting to think about where the gaps are in terms of upcoming talent.